Hello there, and welcome to taking a closer look at the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. This series, we'll take an in-depth look at the game mechanics, items, trinkets, and their exact effects on your run. So if you like what you see, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Damage. One could say it is the most important aspect of survival in the game, which would make sense because the more damage you have, the less time you will have to spend fighting enemies, so therefore less time to get hit. But how much damage do you actually start with? Well, first off, you need to understand the units damage is calculated in. You see, the in-game stat bar doesn't really tell you much when it comes to how many shots will kill a certain enemy. So let's have a look on how damage is actually calculated. The formula for damage calculation is effective damage equals character-based damage multiplied by the root of your total damage upgrades multiplied by 1.2 plus 1 plus flat damage upgrades. Now, character-based damage is formed by multiplying a character-specific number by 3.5. Let's take Isaac for an example. Isaac's character multiplier is 1, so his character-based damage is 1 multiplied by 3.5, which again gives 3.5. When inserted into the formula, we find out that Isaac starts with 3.5 effective damage. This is enough to kill a dip which has 4 HP in 2 hits. If Isaac were to pick up a pentagram, which is a plus 1 damage upgrade, his effective damage would become 5.19. But let's say Isaac picked up a meat instead, then his damage would be 4.08. This is a 0.58 gain in effective damage. But let's say Isaac picked up the pentagram first and afterwards took the meat. This would give an effective damage of 5.6. Now if we subtract 5.19 from 5.6, we get 0.41. But wait, how is that possible? Isaac gained more damage from the meat than he did when he picked up the pentagram first. Because of the way that the damage calculation formula has been set up, the more damage upgrades, standard damage upgrades that is, you pick up, the less effective damage you actually gain. To illustrate my point, I've made this graph in Excel for you guys. On the bottom row you can see the amount of standard damage up that is picked up. Now I haven't really talked about this, but essentially standard damage ups are the most common form of damage up. These are the ones that I've marked in red. In the left column you can see the effective damage. As you can see, the more damage up you pick up, the less effective damage you actually gain. Then there are also flat damage upgrades. Now I know I've said the word damage like 100 times now, I'm sorry about that, but we have to say it, you know? These damage upgrades are not affected by the formula, thus staying the same in value throughout your entire run. These are the items like Curved Horn or Ipecac, which is a plus 40 damage up. And lastly, there is the damage multiplier. Now these are the big boys. These are your items like Magic Mushroom or Eve's Mascara. These items simply multiply your effective damage, thus forming a new effective damage. These are just the terms I use, so don't take these as official or anything. So I'm sorry if there's actual official terms for them. But yeah, damage multipliers simply stack, so there is no loss in value. Well, this is not entirely true because some combinations of multipliers are actually applied in a specific order. This will probably require a video for its own. But essentially what it boils down to is that some multipliers actually carry a form of damage up with them, so the order of which they're applied is actually going to change the outcome. And the other rule for damage multipliers is that the multiplier you gain from Magic Mushroom, Cricket's Body, and the combination of Book of Belial and Blood of the Martyr is only gained once, so you only gain it from one of the items. So if you pick up a Magic Mushroom and afterwards pick up a Cricket's Head, then the Cricket's Head won't affect your damage. Now that we finally understand how the units of damage work within the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, we can get back to that stat screen. See, the stat screen actually shows you certain parameters of effective damage. I won't read them all up for you guys, I'll just show them on screen. I want to thank Twinge, also known as Dark Twinge on Twitch, for letting me use his spreadsheets about this information. He's actually the guy that found out about most of this, so credits to him, and thank you for giving me permission to use this, man. And I also want to thank you guys for actually watching this video. I know it's kind of short, but I didn't want to make it too long because I thought it might be a little boring because it's not a very appealing topic, so I don't know why I actually chose this topic to begin with. It was just something I was very interested in, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like rating down below as it is very much appreciated, and have a nice day.